once you get on the School Hub page, you're going to want to get into one of your courses to get into career cruising. So click on the waffle and then pick one of your courses. And then when it loads you into your courses, you're going to select Class Tools. And in this menu, you can scroll down until you find the career cruising icon. So click on that. Now you should find yourself in the Career Cruising website, and you'll notice that there's a lot of different things here. Right now, we're taken right to My IPP, which is where you want to be. There's assessments and careers, education, and employment tabs at the top. There's also some different options for you down the side, and you'll notice that my progress right now is 0%. So we want to fill this up. In grade 9, we want to get you to 100%. So the first thing you're going to click on, here we have 2 different assessments, Career Matchmaker and Learning Styles. You can also get to these assessments at the top by clicking on Assessments. So we're going to do the Learning Styles inventory first. So you're going to click on Learning Styles inventory, and there are a series of 20 questions, and they're going to ask you a whole bunch of things, and you want to pick the answer that is most like you. So out of all the options, read through them carefully. I'm going as quickly as possible, and you are choosing the answer that is most like you. And I'm going to go through, and then when you're done, all those 20 questions, progress says 20 out of 20. Oh, and look, I ended up being pretty split between visual, auditory, and tactile learner. So that right now is my results. If I felt like maybe I didn't do a very good job with that quiz, I could delete the results and start again. And because visual came up as one of my top learning styles, you'll notice here visual learner comes up where it tells me a little bit about how that applies to me. We're going to go back into assessments, and we're going to complete the second assessment. So we've completed this first one, the learning styles, and now we're going to complete the matchmaker and my skills. So this one's a little bit longer. So you want to enter a name for your session. And so for the name for your session, you're going to type your name, and you're going to click Start. Now this one here has 39 questions, and the key for this one is to pick whether you like something, dislike something, or how much you like or dislike it. You want to try to avoid picking does not matter, that middle category, for too many answers. You want to try to pick the other ones so you get a sense of what you actually like or dislike. And again, you're going to take your time and think about these questions as you go. I'm hurrying through as fast as I can. Now, if you get to a question and you're a little bit unsure about that question, for example, how would you like a career which includes controlling or adjusting technical equipment? And you're not really sure what that means. Over here on the right side of the page, there is more information, and it tells you what that means. This means understanding how the equipment works, what it can and cannot do, how to use it skillfully. So this gives you some information to help you answer the question. So if you find that you're confused about the question, then go to that more information button, and that should help you with a little bit more information. When you've done the 39 questions, then you will have your results. So here we go. Here are my matchmaker results. And you'll notice that my top interest results here have come up: pharmacologist, photojournalist, operations research analyst. And then there's some more on here. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to click on pharmacologist, and I'm going to see what that is. And it tells me a little bit about how this linked up with the answers and things that I liked a lot. And if I think that this is suitable for me and I like it, I'm going to save it to my IPP. By the end of this session, you want to make sure that you save 3 different careers to your IPP. Now, if you don't feel that you're ready to decide just based on this information what you want to save to your IPP, you can wait until we go to the next section. So under the careers section of the tab here, you're going to click on Career Selector. And this is part 3 of what you need to do today. We're going to be going through these different criteria. So looking at school subjects first, what are the school subjects that are of interest to you? Pick the different clusters and then move on to the next one. Subjects. Now you're onto clusters. And so again, think about maybe you like arts and culture, maybe you like fashion and design, and perhaps you don't mind the service industry. So those you could click off the clusters you like. What type of education do you plan to pursue? Maybe you're thinking you want to just do high school. Maybe you want to go to community college. Maybe you want to go to university. Look at the core tasks, the things you like to do every single day. Do you enjoy caring and treating for people? Do you really enjoy designing and drawing? Maybe you like things that are physical or performing. Maybe you like to write. So click all the ones that you think are important for you. And then, how much money do you realistically want to make? I mean, here's the one for 60,000 or more per year, but maybe you're okay with 40,000, 20,000. What are the criteria that you want for your career? It notes here, if you select the higher income level, it's going to eliminate some of the careers that you might actually find interesting. So consider that when you pick your earnings range. And then working conditions. So what do you like? Do you like being inside more? Do you want to work in a factory or a shop floor? Would you like to work in an office? Do you want to be on your feet? Do you like the idea of going to the same place every day or being by yourself? So think about all of this kind of stuff and then view your results. Oh, and based on my results here, I have 3 matches. So again, a set designer is one of the ones that matches me. And maybe once I look at this and I read through the core tasks and I look through a little bit about it, and you can look again at some more information about it. Maybe I want to save that to my IPP. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure you have 3 careers saved to your IPP. So now when you click back on your name in the top left-hand corner, it should take you back to the home screen. Your progress should probably say 75%. Mine is in a bit of a different screen right now. And we're going to move on to the last section where you click on My Course Plan. And in this section here, what we're going to be looking at is choosing the courses that you might want to take next year. So your grade 9 courses will already be in here. And we're going to be looking right now at what you might want to take in grade 10. These right now, we're just planning our options. None of this is actually getting selected until you speak with guidance in January. But right now, we're just kind of getting this laid out. If you want to look ahead at grade 11 and 12, you are free to do that as well. And you can put some courses in there just to kind of plan and have an idea where you want to go. So in grade 10, you'll notice that there are 5 compulsory credits, one of them being civics and careers, which are half credits, and those are yellow. 3 elective credits, and then we ask you to pick 2 alternate credits down here in blue. And that's because sometimes courses get canceled or they are full. So we like you to have a couple of alternates for things as well. So the first thing to notice is in grade 9, I took 1P English. So in grade 10, when I click on the English, I can take academic, so 2D. I can take the enriched, 2D enriched. I can take locally developed, 2L, the 2P, which is applied, or I can take e-learning. So because I took 1P in grade 9, if I click on 2P in grade 10, I will notice that this is a great pathway. So I took 1P in grade 9. This is the logical next step for me. And then these are the courses that I could take in grade 11. There's also a description of the course here. Just a quick note, we really advise not taking the e-learning courses unless that's something that you've had a talk with your guidance counselor and your parents. Those courses are taught completely online and not by a Sherwood teacher. So make sure you're choosing the correct pathway based on what you took as a prerequisite and what you want to take in the future. Okay, so once I've taken that, I'll click out of here. The math has already been done for me here. So I took the P, and in grade 10, again, I can pick what course I want. Now, I noticed that I took 1P in grade 9. 2P in grade 10 is the logical next step for me, but you can look through the codes and make sure that that makes sense for you. Now, you will notice that in big bold letters over here, it says French immersion. So French immersion, if you are in French immersion, you need to take ideally 4 French immersion credits in grade 10. And normally we recommend that those credits are French, history, math, and civics and careers. Okay, so if you're French immersion and you want to take the applied math, here is the 2P math, and here is the 2D French immersion math. Now, if you accidentally click French immersion, this big blue warning pops up that you have picked a French immersion course, and you can click on that. And then a warning is going to show up in my course. Look, you chose a French immersion course. It's in French. And I think, oh, wait, I didn't want that. I don't want to take a course in French. So then I will pick the appropriate math and update from there. Okay, so something to think about. Make sure you're picking the correct courses. You'll pick your science and your history. Civics and careers is pretty easy. The only choices you have here are civics, French immersion civics, or e-learning civics. So you're probably just going to take regular civics unless you're in French immersion, add that course in. Same with the careers. And then you're going to pick electives. So when you get to these courses, I would search over here by discipline. And then when you click on the select, and I don't think you can see this, there's a whole bunch of different disciplines that pop up. So for example, if I want to take a business studies class, I select business studies, and here a whole bunch of business studies courses come up, but I'm in grade 10. So I want to look at a class that has a grade 10 course, and it'll tell me here, grade 10, it's an open level class. And this is Introduction to Business in grade 10. So maybe that's a great entry level business course for me. I'm going to click on Intro to Business, get a description. I don't need a prerequisite, so it's perfect. I'm going to add that in. Okay, so you're going to build your timetable, your electives, your compulsories, your electives, and your alternates. And then when you're done all that, you can click submit, or you can leave it. It's not open to actually put that into the program yet. It's just here for you to pathway plan. Now, just a few things up here in graduation tracking. This is important for you as well. So you can click on learn more. And here is a really great way to see what courses you've already earned that you need for graduation, what courses you are planning to take that you need for graduation, and what courses are still remaining for you to take. So you need 30 credits to graduate, and this goes through and tells you how many of each that you need. You do need 1 art credit. So if you click on arts here, it'll tell you, you know what, these are some options that you can take as an art credit, and you want to make sure that you have at least 1 of those. Another one that's important to notice is this one here that says groups. There are 3 different groups of credits, and you need 1 in each group. So here you can see that all of these courses would count as a group 1 credit. And if I scroll down some more, all of these courses would be a group 2 credit. You need 1 of each of these courses. So it's definitely something to think about as you're picking your courses, to look through and see if you're starting to get the different options that you need. So the different groups of credits, you need your 4 Englishes, your 3 maths, and all these different credits here. Okay, so that's another way to take a look at your tracking towards your graduation. When you're done all this, you should be at 100%, and you have got your plan in there for what you're going to take. I want to mention one more thing. If you've chosen a course and you decide you actually want to change your mind, just click on that again, and then click delete course. And then it's gone. Okay. And then you can start thinking about that maybe you didn't mean to pick that and you want to look for something else. Okay. So what we're asking you to do today is to pick the courses that you're going to need in grade 10 and have that plan ready for when guidance comes around in January to select those options and put them in for the new year. Progress will be at 100%, and you are officially done your IPP for grade 10.